Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing just the Thai visa in general. And I see this come up a lot. I've read it in a couple of articles here recently where people sort of had to make a sort of a preamble to their overall discussion of a particular visa-related topic. And that preamble went something like this. Hey, we understand there's a difference between a Thai visa and a permit to stay issued in Thailand or an extension of status issued in Thailand. And sort of with that said, moving forward, I think I saw this in the Phuket News. That's the PhuketNews.com. I think I've seen this on ThaiVisa.com recently. And there was another article, it might have been the Tiger, I don't know specifically. But I just sort of noticed this theme coming up, and I'm presuming this is coming from people either in comment sections or in forums that are getting into this sort of semantic debate as to a Thai visa versus a permit to stay, and they're two different things. So I wanted to provide some clarification here. Let's be clear about one thing. First of all, anytime you're a foreign national in a country that is not your home country, the type of document that you are obtaining in order to provide lawful status in that country is a visa. So there is not, for example, an extension stamp here in Thailand granted by Thai immigration internally, which is a different thing, qualitatively in many ways, from a Thai visa issued abroad. That extension issued here in Thailand, it's still a visa. Okay, now it's an extension of status, or it's sometimes called a permit to stay. Now understand, all of this is English terminology that's being used to translate the underlying Thai terminology. But I do understand why folks that do have some background in Thai immigration, especially anybody that's lived here for a prolonged period of time, you kind of get to know the territory a little bit. But the thing to take away from this video is it's all visas. They're all visas. If you are a foreign national in someone else's country, the document that grants you lawful status is a visa. So let's start with that. So that visa may be issued abroad. Now that may be, as I stated before, a qualitatively different thing. You know, for example, a Thai OA retirement visa issued abroad may be a qualitatively different thing than a retirement visa extension or a permit to stay based on retirement here in Thailand, however you want to label that. And we can get into the whole differentiation of labels with respect to O retirement versus OA retirement, and I've gotten into that at length in multiple other videos. But the point I'm trying to make with this video is, yes, there are differences, especially, and they can be really substantive. I want to be clear. I understand why people point out that there are differences between these three types of visa, but I have seen it in a couple of places be said that a permit, that, you know, call something a permit to stay rather than a visa. And I'm not trying to engage in semantics myself, but it should be noted, all of these things are a visa. They are all a visa. They are not, again, you can get into what residence is, lawful permanent residence, but even that provides visa status. And to provide some further clarity on this, a local national of a given country simply has a passport. They don't have a visa for their home country because they are a local national of that country. They don't need that document. They're issued a passport to come and go from their home country. When they go to another country, they then need a visa to be considered in lawful status for that other foreign country so as to maintain their status. So the thing to take away from this video is you can get into some discussion, and there is differentiation between status which is garnered here in Thailand versus status which is gained at a Thai embassy or consulate abroad. But at the end of the day, they all fall under the rubric of the title Thai visa.